The Ghost in the Code. Please click the subscribe button now and turn on the notification bell. This is a powerful story about hidden traps and the high cost of loneliness. The Seattle rain was hitting the window with a constant and lonely rhythm. David sat alone in his large house watching the gray clouds move over the water. The silence inside the mansion was much louder than the storm outside. His wife Sarah was working away in Chicago for an important business trip. She had been gone for 5 weeks and the house felt cold without her. David was the lead developer for a massive project called Project Phoenix. This was the most important and most difficult project of his entire career. But he realized that success felt very empty without Sarah by his side. He remembered their college days very clearly when life was much simpler. They used to share a tiny room and eat cheap pizza on the floor. Back then they had nothing but their love and their big dreams. Now they had a beautiful mansion but they only spoke through video calls. David felt like a ghost walking through the empty hallways of his own home. He missed the sound of her laughter and the warmth of her presence. One night a sudden and loud knock shook the front door. David was surprised and he felt a little bit worried because it was very late. He looked through the security camera screen and saw a woman standing there. It was his new neighbor named Mia who lived in the house next door. She looked very scared and she was completely wet from the heavy rain. "Please help me, David," she was crying as she looked into the camera. David opened the door with a frown of concern on his face. Mia rushed into his arms immediately and started sobbing on his chest. She was shivering from the cold rain and her hands were shaking. She told him that her power had suddenly gone out in her house. And she believed that a strange man was following her in the shadows. David felt a strong and sudden need to protect this vulnerable woman. He grabbed a heavy metal flashlight from the kitchen drawer. He walked Mia back to her dark house and checked every single room. The house was completely empty but Mia was still crying and trembling. She asked David to stay with her for just a bit because she was terrified. She made him some hot herbal tea and they sat together in the living room. They sat on her soft velvet blue sofa and talked for hours. Mia told him about her lonely life and her struggles in the big city. She said she had moved to Seattle for work but she had no real friends. David felt a deep and dangerous connection to her lonely heart. He told her about his long-distance marriage and his busy schedule. He told her exactly how much he missed Sarah and the pain of being alone. Mia listened with very kind eyes and she touched his hand gently. She said that David was a wonderful man who deserved to be appreciated. David felt seen and understood for the first time in many months. He felt a dangerous spark of emotion but he told himself it was just friendship. Over the next week Mia seemed to be everywhere David went. She brought him home baked cookies and hot coffee in the mornings. She made sure to catch him at the mailbox every single afternoon. David started to look forward to these small moments of attention. He even started hiding his text messages from Sarah because he felt guilty. The guilt was heavy but for the first time in weeks he felt alive. One Friday his best friend Mike called him with an invitation. Mike had been David's brother since their first year in college. He invited David to a private and exclusive party at a luxury hotel downtown. Mike said David needed to stop working and have some real fun for once. "You are working too hard, man, you need to live a little," he said. David arrived at the hotel party feeling nervous and a bit out of place. The room was full of rich investors and powerful people in the tech world. Then he saw Mia across the room wearing a stunning evening dress. She looked like a movie star tonight and she was glowing under the lights. Mike smiled at David and winked as if he knew a secret. "I see you two already know each other," Mike said with a strange grin. David drank too much expensive scotch and his head started to spin. He and Mia went out to the balcony to escape the loud music. The city lights of Seattle were glowing like diamonds below them. Mia whispered into his ear that she really liked him more than a friend. David felt his heart beating very fast against his ribs. He almost leaned in to kiss her and forget about everything else. But suddenly his phone started to vibrate in his pocket. It was Sarah's special ringtone that he had set only for her. The sound was like a bucket of cold water being poured over his head. David suddenly remembered his wedding day and the sunlight in Sarah's hair. He remembered the promise of loyalty and love he had made to her. "I am sorry, Mia, but I cannot do this," David said with a firm voice. He walked away from the balcony and drove home in the dark. He sat in his living room for hours thinking about the near mistake. He realized that he had almost ruined his entire life for a moment of heat. The next morning he went into his home office to clear his mind. But he felt something was slightly wrong with his computer setup. David was a genius when it came to computer security and encryption. He looked carefully and found a small black device hidden under his desk. It was a high-tech data thief designed to copy secure files. David's blood turned as cold as ice as he understood the situation. He went to his home security footage and looked at the past week. He saw Mike entering Mia's house through the back door many times. He saw them laughing and hugging and looking at photos of his work. Mia was not a lonely neighbor and she was not scared at all. She was a professional spy hired by Mike to steal his secrets. Mike wanted the source code for Project Phoenix to sell to their rivals. David felt a deep and quiet fire burning in his soul. He did not cry out and he did not yell at the empty walls. He decided to give them a lesson they would never forget. He spent the entire night writing complex lines of code. He created a fake and perfect version of the Project Phoenix software. It looked completely real, but it was actually a digital trap. It was a virus he called the Ghost, designed to destroy the thief. The next day he met Mia again and pretended to be sad and lonely. He left his laptop open on the table while he went for a glass of water. He watched through a mirror as Mia quickly plugged in a data drive. She thought she was being very smart and very fast. David smiled to himself as he watched her steal the fake files. A few days later, Mike suddenly quit the company with no warning. He told the board that he was starting his own firm to compete with them. David watched him walk out the door with a confident smile. That evening Mike held a big secret meeting with many rich investors. He was showing the stolen code to prove he had the best technology. David watched the secret stream of the meeting on his own PC. Suddenly Mike's big presentation screen turned a bright and angry red. A giant message appeared on the wall for everyone to see. "This data was stolen by a traitor and a liar," the screen said. All of Mike's servers began to crash and delete their own files. The virus was destroying Mike's new company before it could even start. The investors walked out of the room in a silent rage. Mike was left with nothing but millions of dollars in debt. David then called his wife Sarah and told her the whole story. He told her about the spy and the trap and his moment of weakness. Sarah was silent for a very long time on the other end of the line. She flew home the very next day to see him in person. They sat on the porch in the Seattle rain for many hours. They cried together and they talked about their marriage and their distance. Trust is a very hard thing to build, but it is so easy to break. Sarah did not leave him that day because he told her the truth. But they both knew they had a very long and difficult road ahead. David learned that loneliness is a test of a person's character. And he learned that true friends do not set traps for their brothers. He is now a much better man than he was before. He values his wife and his integrity more than his career success. He knows that in the end the truth always wins against the lies. If you enjoyed David's story today, please leave a comment below. Share this video with your friends to spread the lesson. Always stay loyal to those who love you and stay smart. Thank you for watching our story channel today. We will see you in the next one for more life lessons.